Hey, what's up? It's me, Jessica J, and I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, are there some things that hot guys never do? Well, if so, I'm glad you asked, because today I'm gonna go over 10 things that hot guys actually never do, so that no matter what you actually do look like physically, you can come off as a super stud that you really are deep down inside. And to make sure you never miss out on another girl you want or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button right here, right now. Okay, so me and my cousin and my girlfriend were at this conference, and there was this guy who, he was like a tailor for men. And every time he was around, me and my cousin and my best friend were like this. Mostly because he was so unbelievably fucking hot, we would just stop dead in our tracks and convulse. So fast forward to a week later, I'm telling my therapist about this studly motherfucker. And when I go to show her a picture of him, she goes, "Oh, that boy? I expected him to look more manly." Because here's the thing, like I always say, with we women, it's a lot different in terms of what we gauge as attractive and super sexy. And what we consider hot is more so how we feel in your presence. Whereas you guys are very visual creatures, so you'll be like, tits, ass, hot. We're a little bit different. And I'm telling you, once you take care of these 10 things and throw them out the door, you'll have women convulsing around you too because of how sexy you are. So the first thing hot guys don't do is they don't cling to the hair that they already have. What I'm talking about is if you know you're balding and it's pretty obvious you're balding, you aren't just sitting there combing that shit over for dear life. One of my favorite shows, Impractical Jokers, there's this bald guy and he looked, I don't know, he kind of looked creepy and ratty until he shaved his head bald. Because what you guys really don't understand is that it's so much sexier to be bald than it is to be balding. Also, when you cling to that hair and try to like position it like there isn't that patch right here, so let's comb all the hair over there. It gives off the impression to us women that you're not okay with yourself and you're not okay with the aging process, when really you guys are so much more handsome and good looking as you get older. So remember, bald is better than balding. The second thing hot guys never do is slouch. Again, it's all about energy. What are you giving off when you slouch? What you're doing is you're telling us that you're a little confined in your own space and more comfortable in that confinement, when really we want a man who's not afraid to go out and about into the world. It also makes you look timid and scared, and we're not gonna go to Pound Town with a timid, scared boy. That's just illegal and weird. So sit up straight, command your freaking space, and own it, and we'll want to be owned by you later. The third thing hot guys never do is they never fidget. When you fidget, it gives off a nervous energy. I've been watching this Korean soap opera with my mom for some time now, and I noticed that a lot of the hot guys in there, when they're talking, they are completely cool, calm, and collected and chillin', especially in the silence. So if you know you're the type of guy that or like snaps your foot around like while you're waiting for stuff, at the very least, cool it when you're in front of a woman that you know you may want to bed later. Number 4, hot guys do not cut us off in conversation. This actually goes back to the nervous energy, and one thing that women hate most is the thought that maybe you're not listening to what we're saying. When you cut us off in conversation, it makes us think that you were sitting there waiting for a trigger word for you to be like, aha, this is the time I can interrupt and shut her up. And that makes us go, oh my God, I like never want to talk ever again. It's okay to pause her in a conversation, be like, wait, 1 second. Did you mean this? Because I actually have experience with this, but I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about. Or even, okay, wait, did you just say that? Because I know that place, but I'm not familiar with the one that you're talking about. Is that what you mean? That's fine. Number 5, hot guys don't get careless with their grooming. Now I'm talking your hair, I'm talking your facial hair, I'm talking about your skin, I'm talking about your nails, I'm talking about your hygiene. You know, a lot of guys think that's gay if I take care of my nails. But again, we want you to be your best looking self. And I remember at that conference I was at, one of these guys, all we did was comb his hair and like take an oil strip to his face and pat it down, and he was like a new man. So find out what works best for your skin in terms of getting the best skin that you have, and also what hair works best for your facial shape of face. I'm not saying go nuts and like, I'm gonna go self-tan and then I'm gonna like get my eyebrows plucked and then I'm gonna get a mani-pedi with clear nail polish. While all that is good and fine, you don't need to do anything you're not comfortable with. Just make sure you bring out your best looking self. Number 6, hot guys don't wear anything that is tattered or torn. Okay, I understand you want to be comfortable and you have a right to be comfortable no matter where you go, but you also don't want to look homeless. This goes along with wearing super baggy clothes because it's comfy and I've got some pudge and I don't want girls to see my pudge. I have an ex who his most comfortable shirts had all these fucking holes in them, like everywhere. And I was like, you don't look great in all these holy shirts. However, I love Jesus, but still. So save that stuff for home, and when it comes to either going out on dates or you're gonna go somewhere to meet women, keep the homeless look at home. Number 7, hot guys never complain. Okay, fine, the waiter brought you ice water when you requested regular water with no ice. Or maybe the line to get the new iPhone is just a little longer than you wanted. But here's the thing, there's being assertive and then there's being a complete asshole. You're allowed to stick up for yourself and say when something is bothering you or if something that people got about you is wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. But complaining that like, what a dick, I said no ice, this place sucks, ugh. That's just, kids do that, men don't. Number 8, hot guys never stink. Okay, I was on a date with this super fine guy that I'd had a crush on for years. And we're back at his place and we're like snuggling up watching the first Insidious movie. Yes, I'm that old. And when he goes to kiss me, I just get like this whiff of hot ass protruding from between his lips. And I immediately thought, crush over. It was in that instant that I thought to myself, I don't ever want this man anywhere near me ever again. I can still smell that stench, like, as we sit here and talk. Again, this goes back to like being your best looking self. Stink makes us think that, ew, bleh. That does just not make us feel good about you. And it's something so simple that yes, even in this day and age, I still have to explain to men. I'm sorry. On top of regular washing, one thing you can do is go to the Sephora and ask for tips on certain scents that work well with your natural scent. Trust me, those ladies are super happy to help. Number 9, hot guys don't hate people with opinions that are different than theirs. Why not? Because they understand that the world is full of many different opinions and they're okay in realizing that people are different from them. It's not an attack on who they are as a person. What it is, it's just an enlightening moment to see that there are differences from what they believe. Too many people, especially nowadays, are like, oh my God, he said that, global warming isn't real. We can't talk to him ever again. And you know what? I mean, Christ almighty, there are people who believe the world is flat, but how interesting that they came to that opinion. Hot guys will never shut down or really speak negatively and hate people with opinions different than their own, because at the end of the day, there's just too fucking many of us to keep track of to hate because they don't act and think like us. Which brings me to number 10, hot guys never ever act unsure of themselves. This is going back to knowing that your opinion is good and fine and you are invested in it and you're okay with who you are. Hot guys never walk around thinking like, oh no, I don't know what to do. Ah. The beautiful thing is when they don't know something, they can just Google it. They know that they have the wherewithal and the means to find out whatever it is they need to know or get done whatever needs to get done. Because at the end of the day, you guys all have the ability to find out what it's gonna take to be sure of yourselves. And if you're one of those guys that's out and about knowing that they're not too sure of themselves when it comes to being around women they want, don't forget to check out my Speak to Spark Arousal program, which you could check out right here. It'll give you the tips and tools and mindsets for getting out there and knowing that you've got what it takes to get and keep the women you want. So make sure you take out these 10 things out of your repertoire right now so that you can be the hot guy that I know you are just for being here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.